Hello, students. We are going to continue our understanding of coding web design pages or website pages. I've taken us back to codehs.com, and I'm going to give you an example of what I want you to do, which is to record a quick screencast of you doing something similar. You don't have to use the same exact HTML codes that I'm using, but you can certainly follow this example if you want to. And just as an orientation, I've come to codehs.com. I've gone to my courses and I've gone to web design Picasso. And there's a couple of different locations. You've certainly already been assigned a couple of these different individual exercises. I'm going to come back under the first section, Introduction to CSS. And you have been assigned a couple of these different exercises. And to complete this particular video, I am going to go ahead and jump into this last chunk where it says endangered animal skeleton. Although the truth is that for this particular exercise, you could even go to your sandbox. I'm going to go ahead and click on Let's Go. But you could have gone directly to the sandbox. But what I like about coming into these samples is it sets up the infrastructure for you. You can certainly type all of this in by hand if you wanted to, but I obviously do not have a problem with you starting with some sample code. You do need to know how to manipulate it anyway to get the end result. And it saves you a little bit of time in terms of typing. So in terms of this, you've certainly read and seen some examples of how you can manipulate the body portion of it. And you've also read and reviewed some content in terms of how to add other HTML tags. Now, because I've already been playing with this, I've actually pasted in I've already copied in some content here. So here I'm selecting an H1 tag, and I'm designating the color of this H1 to be blue. And I've selected or inserted a paragraph tag, and I've selected the color of that to be red. Now, once again, this is your style piece in your header piece, right? So all of this front end top stuff here is not being shown, but rather what it's doing is it's saying that anytime I invoke a body, which I must do to get a web page, its background color is going to be whatever I put here. And I'm going to show you that you could use, depending on the color that you choose, you could use some common words, but you can also come out to Google and you could search for web hex colors. And you can get a variety of colors here. I usually like to go with the hex color code, which in this particular case, I'm going to choose aqua. So I'm going to just highlight that and copy it. Or I could also go to some other pieces of, there's a ton of these places online that allow you to choose different color combinations, right? So if I wanted to go to color codes, I could choose this as a color picker. And here is my hex code over here. Notice that I do need the pound sign in front of it. In any case, I've already copied something into memory, which is that pound, it's that aqua color, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and click on Run Code, and this is my end result. So I get this aqua color in the background. Anytime I invoke a heading 1, I get the color of blue, which is what I've got here. I could easily change that to white and rerun the code. And there it is, although that's pretty darn bad. I'm going to change that to green. This is probably going to be just as ugly, but let me take a look. It's not too bad. Okay, so I can go ahead and say that when I'm invoking this particular line here, anytime within the body sandwich here, anytime I invoke an H1 tag, its color will be green. anytime I invoke a paragraph tag, its color is going to be red. So I'm going to just give you an example of that and come over here and show you typing in a paragraph here. And once again, I've got my paragraph tag that opens and closes. And that's my little sandwich that's encasing my content here. And up here in my style area, I have selected the P tag, and I've said every time I use it in the body of my document, I want its color to be red. Now I'm going to come over here, and now because red on blue is going to be really tough on the eyes, I'm not expecting great results here, but I'm going to go ahead and click on run the code. And there it is. Just as a little side note, the reason why red on top of blue is not a great combination, that's because these are almost across from each other on the color wheel. And our eyes, the cones in our eyes, are trying to bounce between basically two very solid or near primary colors. There's a whole bunch of reasons why this kind of floats and looks weird to you, but color combinations are almost always better as analogous or complementary colors. In any case, you can certainly check out lots of different articles on color and typography online, etc., to enhance your understanding of that. But this is exactly what I want you to produce in terms of your particular exercise. So, have at it. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.